Evening viewers, welcome to the Toll Show. So we're in my backyard today. Not that that really means much. But I've seen lately people talking quite a bit about, what was your first car? What was your first car? What was your first car? And my first car was a Bellet, as most people probably know. 15-year-old kid, and I've been working a couple of after hours, after school jobs here and there, and pocket full of cash, and wanted a car. And my old man, being a massive car reader, as we all know, was all behind it. And I said, I'm going to do something. So I was going to get a Mark 1 Cortina. My old man went, couldn't you get a Bellet? We've still got parts in the shed, and we can build one of them up pretty cool. I went, yeah, right. So we hunted around a bit and found the right candidate, and then we, went diving through his shed and found a heap of new old stock parts and stuff, and screwed them all in and whatever, and built this car up, and that's it. There it is there. So that's a 69 Bellet Deluxe sedan, pretty rare car. Same as the blue one that I sold to Tim and Leona actually, but this one had been sort of hacked about and chopped about a bit and whatever, and it had bits and pieces done to it, and it was all sort of done half-assed. So it took me and the old man about 8 months, and we got it on the road and had a really hot 1600 Gemini motor in it, Weber's cam exhaust, big clutch in it, had disc brake front ends and suspension work. We'd redid the interior, all sorts of shit, painted in the shed at home. All sorts of stuff, not bad for a 15 or 16-year-old kid. So I hit the road about, I was nearly 16 or something. It's where I did all my learners in. I think I'm in that photograph actually. If you look at it closely, you probably fucking see it actually. I know you can't. Still got an L plate on it in that photo. That photo was taken about 3 days before I got my driver's license in 1992, and drove around as a P-plater and doing stupid things that P-platers do. Took my ex-wife out on her first date in it, and all sorts of shit. So, but then come 1997, I parked it and got a XE Fairmont gear, factory V8 one. I just towed the race car around. Needed something to, it was sort of a bit more usable and drive around, so I had an ESP for a while. And right then, I got parked, and then a mate of mine said, like Craig, who's been around Bellets longer than me, and said, I want to build a 69 sedan as a race car. And I went, I got one of them. So completely parted it out and went to him almost as a rolling shell, and then Craig did some work to it. And then my man wanted to do one, so he got hold of it, but then he bought another car that I'll do a video on it one of these days. Seen a pretty rare car, as I said when I was down at Walls the other week, about it being a factory black one. And then it ended up coming back to me. So that's it. As you can see, it's very much just a rolling body shell though. It's not nowhere near a complete Bellet, that's for sure. That's all right. So when people say, I had a such and such, or I had a such and such, I had a Bellet, that exact car. So I was going to turn it into an all singing, all dancing, sort of race car on the streets, and I was going to put all the gear in it I always wanted. I've even got, sitting in that shed, in there, a genuine Bellet GTR twin cam engine I was going to put in it, and I was going to basically turn it into a GTR sedan and put all the bits in it I always wanted and make it like that, the dream car from back in the day. But I got the 41 Coupe, and I don't know, am I going to do it? Craig's saying he wants it back, he wants to do some other stuff with it. I really don't have time or space for it. It sits down here in this little carport down the back here, which I'm going to extend out that way further, down that way further, into the backyard further. But I don't know, am I better off keeping it, and maybe do something with it in 10 years? I don't know. It's been like that since 1998. It's been 25 years. Am I better off doing something with it in 10 years? Or am I better off passing it on to somebody who's going to do something with it now? Do I want to build another Bellet? Not really. Should I? I was going to do that because of the sentimental factor, but I don't know. Is the sentimentality worth the money and the time and the investment in that, and then just to have another car that I'm not going to fucking drive? Because God knows I've got enough of those. Hence why I sold the blue one last year. So, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. It's a pretty cool car back in the day, though. It was pretty well known around, especially this side of Melbourne, and not for being a hoon, of course. Why would I wouldn't do those sorts of things. Just in the classic Japanese world, because we didn't have a classic Japanese movement back then. A few of us guys had Datsuns and Toyotas and bits and pieces, and I was the only Isuzu guy, that's for sure. We all knew each other and used to knock around a bit, and it's a fairly well-known car in the day. Yeah, it was a bloody good little car too. That went to Canberra twice, I think. I took it to the Nationals at Canberra. I know I definitely took it to that. That photograph was actually taken at the original Ballarat Nationals, which obviously we're doing next year. Kim and I are doing next year here in Melbourne. But that photograph was taken in 1992 at the Nationals, and it won a trophy there for best sedan. It won the same trophy again in 1993 in Canberra. Oh no, they went to Canberra once because then I took the Wasp. But that won quite a few trophies in its day and bits and pieces. Really, really neat little car. So I don't know. It might come back to its former self with me. It might do with Craig. I don't know. But yeah. So there you go, folks. So when people asking about, what was your very first car, well, you can say, well, I know what Brett had because he's still got it. Stay up.